Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. You know the voice, you know the name, and you know the game. I am none other than Von the Villain, one fifth of the infamous. I'm just saying 48 podcast crew. And if you're not new to the platform, man, you know me, my illustrious uh podcast mates, man. We turn up, give you unraw, unfiltered opinions, and we hope you enjoy, man. But today precisely, I want to talk about something that my illustrious podcast mates as well has like to label me from time to time. Some people like to throw the term around alcoholic, but I just like to look at it as someone who likes to enjoy the fruits of their labor, not to make light of someone who does struggle with that addiction, because it is no joke. Is that it is a true it's a motherfucker. So I don't want to make light of that. But today, man, let me back up. First off, like I said, enjoy the fruits of your labor. And one way I like to do that is, taking a little sip of, some red wine in general, to be honest with you, some light beer, some rum. And one particular rum I like to talk to y'all today about is Bumbu Bottling Co. Cream rum. If you're familiar with this brand, man, uh, a lot of times people like to associate it with, Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, Rick Ross. If maybe seen some interviews, some podcast episodes from other content creators, videos, whatever, you usually see them somewhere not too far from this bottle, man. But I've always been knowledgeable of the brand. I think sometime last year, late last year, is when I finally started to try it out. I tried the original, which I'm a big fan of, which is particularly my favorite out of the three. They have three. They have the Black XO, they have this, and they have the original. I tried this earlier this year, and if you've been following some of our previous episodes, appreciate it. You can hear the guys reference this. Maybe hear me drinking this. So yeah, if you always watching, we appreciate it. But I'm not gonna try to talk your heads off, man. I'm gonna try this in two ways. I'm gonna try it in a neat form, of course, out the motherfucking chalice. Excuse me for the language. I shouldn't be doing it because out of the chalice. Excuse me, viewers. Uh, and one on the rocks, man. I'm a fan of more neat shots. I feel like whatever you're drinking, whatever you're consuming, I feel like you're getting what the brewers are, the wineries of the winery or whatever, you want to call people that make liquor. I don't know the term. Whatever they were aiming for, you get the full abundance of what they wanted you to taste. So my preference, I'm a neat man myself. Depending on what I'm drinking, either warm. This I usually prefer chill, but it's warm today. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna try it on some ice. Excuse my ice was kind of melting. I didn't put as much in there and stuff. So and try it on some ice. Oh yeah, another design I like, not besides just the beautiful white and gold design of the bottle. It's like the cork. It's not a traditional cork. If you can see, get close as possible. That's a insole, and the gold cap. I think that's just a dope design. Anybody that deals with corks, sometimes those corks can fall in the bottle, whatever you consume, and yeah, I'm not too big a fan of that. So I don't know, Bumbu, can work on that. If I did critique you, but I'm big fans of you guys, so I ain't got too much critique. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, a little ice. Don't want to go too crazy. Definitely want to get that flavor still. Flavor. And like I said, this is cream liquor, guys. This is cream liquor. It's going to be thick, so it's going to leave a residue. And a lot of people, speaking of cream liquor, are not big on it because of that. And usually the aroma, like I said, I don't know if you ever noticed, like a lot of times people like to associate cream liquors with the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I think play off that whole eggnog and Henny eggnog and whiskey, whatever your preference may be. I think a lot of people like to associate it with that. So a lot of people don't drink it during the holidays, a la the Baileys, a la the rum chatas, another rum company that makes a cream liquor. Me, myself, I don't give a damn. It's whatever I'm in the mood for. April, spring, whatever, what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me. But without further ado, gonna try it on this ice. It's not bad. I think with ice, just off the top, I think it rides smoother down if you're someone who's not a fan of cream liquor, because it is thick. Even though Bumbu, I think they did a good job not making theirs too thick. I think it helps with the consumption, easing it down. Just my honest opinion. And kind of takes away some of that sweetness too. If you're not a fan of overly sweet alcohol, which is all right. Yeah. Well, I'm drinking. This ain't for show. I'm gonna drink it. But yeah, I think that's the whole fascination with putting it on rocks. I would assume easier to go down because of the thickness. You don't want too much of that sweetness because, you know, especially this brand, like just the aroma going off, you know, first smell, first taste, kind of has that gingerbread kind of feel. That's what the holidays play in. Kind of sweet potato pie. I know my girlfriend, she jokes all the time when I drink it. The breast smell like sweet potato pie and whatnot. So I feel like if you're not a fan of any of those aromas, the spices, put it on ice. Without further ado, man, if you're not new to this platform, man, you know what it is. I'm bringing it back in due time. In due time, viewers. I'm talking about the chalice. Chalice. Only fit for a true villain. All right, here come the neat. Okay. You don't pour too much. I got shit to do later. I got shit to do later. All right. And see, I know y'all can't smell it, but it's like I said, once you pour that neat shot, I feel like you're getting everything they wanted you to smell and taste. Oh, hell yeah. Like I'm tasting, you know, the spices, you know, from the Caribbeans. I'm tasting that. I'm tasting the hint of ginger, nutmeg, eggnog, spice eggnog in that variation. I'm tasting it all right now. And like I said, to be a cream liquor, the texture from someone who's not a fan of cream liquors could take some getting used to. But once again, like I said, I feel like they did a great job not making theirs too thick. And something I've been curious to try myself with this, if I'm not a huge coffee maker, and I may be alienated for saying this, I don't think I'm the only person to agree to say this, but I've never had Starbucks. I've never had Starbucks. And my girlfriend, who's had it abundance of times, was telling me about some of the flavors and things, and I should try. And I said, joking one night, I would mix this with this. You know, I would not be against mixing this with coffee or, you know, whatever. Like I said, you know, get that kind of holiday vibes, you know, 20 below, you know what I'm saying? You want something to kind of warm you up. And what also is interesting about this, viewers, it's only 15%, which ironic enough, I mentioned 3 flavors, this, the original, and the black XO. Generally, depending on where you live, you know, state tax, however that works. I know me, where I shop, it comes out, you know, $42 after tax. The other 2 brands usually 35, 38. Wherever it could be. Not to be long-winded. A buddy of mine, he finally tried it himself. And I guess he was out of town or something. Because I told him at work. And he went out of town like 2 weeks later. He said, man, I finally tried it. And this and that, man. He said it was a little pricey given the alcohol volume. Only being 15%, like $60. I said, come again? He said, fine, $60. I said, come again? It was $60. Why? Nigga, why? Nigga, why? 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 No, not trying to step on nobody's toes, not trying to take no money away from Bumbu Go, but no. Like I said, depending on where you live, all I know is $42 for me. But I'm a fan. And that was my tasting / review. If I would rank it 1 out of 10, being honest, regardless, I'm a fan, I'll give it a 7. I give it a 7. My preference is because I don't mind cream liquors. I think it's actually the best cream liquor out. I've had rum chata. I've had God, what's the one? Bailey's. I've had one with the pirate on it. I'm just plugging shit, and these motherfuckers ain't even paying me. Ross, Tucci, Khalifa, they'll pay me. Shit. But yeah, I think this is the best one. And I'll leave you guys with that, man. This has been Von the Villain, man. 1/5 of the infamous, I'm just saying, 48 podcast crew, man. Make sure y'all jump in that description, man. Follow us on our Instagram, follow us on our Twitter, follow us on our multitude of platforms: Google Podcasts, Breaker Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Speaker, Spotify, Dreezer, Facebook Podcast, YouTube. Yeah, man, just like, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this video, man, I'm gonna try to get at least 2 of these a month. This is part of my Thirsty Thursdays edition. If you follow our Instagram, like I just shouted out earlier, you notice I like to usually post some of the things that I like to sip on, whether it be rum, some of my favorite wines, or whatever I'm in the mood for. I usually like to display it on our Instagram, but I'm gonna try to do videos for them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if it's any suggestions out there that you guys, hey man, try this. Hey, you ever looked into this? I'm open to it. I'm preference to rum and light beer and wine, but hey, I'm willing to step out. I'm an open-minded individual. If you watch the show, you definitely know that. If you know, you know. But I want to leave you guys with this as always. My man Juice Shakur says, man, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And I definitely gotta say this, man. We all don't want the same thing. We all don't need the same thing. But one thing in this life is a necessity, that is moderation. Whenever you do, whatever you put in your body, anything in life can be abused, and drinking is no different. It is no exemption, and it cannot be an exception. Please drink responsibly. I'll leave you with that, and I'm out.